happy that you accept our invitation and that you are here. GSL established in 1991, and I remember that our first experience in 1994 was effective in Swiss, in Zurich. That was our first presentation at the time of the first supply chain. We were at the time only 8 companies. Today the situation is completely different. But this first presentation that we do today for our process quality mark, we will do then in the other country. This is the first step that we would like to present our job, our method to work, not only speak about drawing, not only speak about machining, but to give you the essence what we try to do with our group, with our company, because I see that in every discussion with the potential customer, it's not easy to understand our reality. And I think that is very important that you understand where we are and what we do. In the documents that we give you, you will see that there are some numbers and some graphic. The number and the graphic represent our potential supply chain. So you see that I tell you we were at the beginning 8 companies. Today there are a numbers of companies that is increased, that are a capacity production in terms of working hours that you will read. And the important thing is the synergy. So the synergy that we have to deliver in supply chain, the synergy that we have to be able to respond to every question of the customer. For us, this mark, it's not only a symbol, it's not only a label, it's really an expression of quality. And through the guideline that after Mr. Paolo Paruta will explain you, we will offer and we will confirm which can be then the traceability of the production flow, follow all the process assurance. This is very important in any supply chain. There is an important thing that I care and I would like to explain you, because our group, GSL Export and GSL Service, are no-profit company and body. And this is important that you understand, because according our statute, we don't distribute profit, and we reinvest all the benefit, all the result of our activity in the improvement of the group in activity that are for all the members and for all the company. That is also why this mark is not only of the group of the consortium, but is this quality mark of all the company that belongs to the group. And now I give the floor to Paolo Paruta that will explain you from a technical side, from operational side, which are the guideline of our process quality mark in more technical aspect.
I like to inform you about our methods that we have defined to demonstrate our capability to respond at your query, and not only, but as we are be able to qualify the supplier. What method we use to qualify the supplier. We are to present our method of jobs, and from technical department, we have similar to a bridge, a bridge between query of customers and the capacity of response of our supplier that are internal to family GSL. that the supply chain, but important to see the vast capacity that we are be able to answer from machining division, plastic, rubber, and also it's important to know the capacity of employees, company, and is not is in evaluation this plan, this picture. What means that all the world of suppliers that we control, the field of activities, the specialty of production sector delivering is in principle this aerospace defense, naval, offshore, nuclear, iron, steel, electromechanical. This is generally what we are able to know, starting from engineering supplier, but not also always of the machining in different kind of machining. All the world where you have demonstration of technology capability is important. There is internal detailed process, no? Mechanical machining, metalworking, painting, heat treatment. All these process are inside of all the more big activity allowed the machining, large machining, CNC machining, and so on. In detail, yes, for another step that I want to show you, that we have, if there is so a large spectrum of activity, yes, concerning step of our method of job. That so for item are project analysis, that is a detailed assessment of project requirement, offering of the planning, development of proposal and planning timeline, coordinate production, the capacity to coordinate, repeat, from your request, step by step of advancement of production. What means our responsibility? Quality inspection, logistic, and delivery. So we are be able to answer for this capacity, for this aspect of process working. I like to close my exposition with a simple aspect. You see the heart and the brain. The research of equilibrium of these two elements qualify our mode of jobs, our mode to present, our mode to have a contact with you, not friendly, but professional. A simple application of experience, meeting with brain and heart. I have finished my discussion. If you want, sorry for my English.
As I introduced myself a few minutes ago, so my name is Salvatore Buontempo from INFN Naples and CERN Geneva. I'm one of you. I'm not here to defend, let's say, GSL, but just to explain you what was my experience with them. Despite a guy from Naples to collaborate with a guy from Milan is a Parisian with Marseille, or I don't know, Bâle and Geneva in Switzerland. So our experience was very, very positive, and I'm here just to witness, let's say, the importance of what's written there. I mean, the really trustability between industrial partners and main clients, main customers. So I fully share the statements by Cinzia and Paolo, and what I want to show you is that our experience was very positive and is still ongoing. So I could not resist to profit of the audience to give you some brief introduction about high energy physics, but just to tell you who I am and what are we doing, just to frame our picture with respect to yours, because I think that our background is slightly different, but just to show you how this kind of enterprising and this kind of, let's say, networking through GSL was really effective for us. For what concerning CERN, I think all of you know very well what CERN is. So CERN is the world's biggest laboratory in the world. What you see here is Geneva Lake, Geneva Airport, and then you see the size of the baby we play with. That is a 27-kilometer accelerator. That is a network of accelerators. This is a small accelerator here. This is the CERN Switzerland size, and this is the CERN French size. And here we have a small accelerator that is feeding the intermediate accelerator. It's feeding the large accelerator. It is called LHC, Large Hadron Collider. And we have 4 collision points in which we have 4 experiments: ATLAS, CMS, ALICE, LHCb. I'm going to focus a bit more on CMS. And the goal of this exercise is to understand what's going on with the matter, what we have done with the matter that is surrounding us, and why things are behaving as we see. And there are still many things that we don't understand, and we want to understand what's going on. For what concerning the matter, you know that, we can start from macroscopic objects and we can reach up to quarks and protons. And the goal is exactly to understand which particles are surrounding us and what is which are the rules that make these particles play together. And there are still very many unknown questions that we want to answer. First point is the so-called, I think you have been hearing a lot about that, dark matter or dark energy. I mean, if you look around in the universe, whatever you use, which kind of instruments you use, you will discover that at the end, what we see and what we understand is few percent. So there is 5–6% of things that we know, that we see, we understand. And so there is more than 90% of things that we don't understand what the hell is going on. Just to give you in a short sentence the picture. And that's why we just call it dark matter or dark energy. Dark means that we don't know. So this is the beginning of our ignorance. So the goal of CERN and the INFN is try to move the barrier between the ignorance and the knowledge. So we want to gain fields versus against the ignorance. So as I say to my students, I mean, what we do, basically, what's for that? What is the major goal? Nothing. We are useless. Okay, so it's not like you, that you want to deliver something. So we want just to deliver knowledge. But at the end, you see that this knowledge is converting several times in very many, let's say, side effects, like the web at CERN, like specific demands that we go to our suppliers that in 99% of cases are out of catalog. So the first reaction that we have when we go to a supplier is that it doesn't exist, impossible. We don't know how to do that. And that is the fascinating part of the job. I mean, that we want to push the supplier to do something beyond the catalog, out of catalog. And then we find it after a few years in a cell phone, in a car, in a kitchen, in a hospital. So there are some, let's say, boosting of technology that we provide.
So thank you again that you are here, for your time, for your engagement.